Welcome back, everybody, to week 8 in this hybrid breakdown series. Remember, if you haven't hit the like button or subscribed, the time is now so we can stay in touch with you and you can continue to follow along. So week 8 is identical, exactly the same as week 1. That is done intentionally so we can minimize potential variables. If you think of this like a scientific experiment, week 1 and week 8 are our control group. We're trying to get as much clear, objective data as possible so we can inform ourselves moving forward in the program. Keep in mind, this whole series is an example of a hybrid program from a very high level on how we integrate these in a class-based system here at the gym. There are many different ways you can apply these principles if you're training by yourself or if you're coming to a 0 Point Athletics location and taking the program. These are all things that we're going to get into more detail in the actual full program, as well as going through our 4-week-long bridge cycle. Like I've been alluding to through this whole series, hybrid's broken into an 8-week block and a 4-week block. We're in week 8 of the 8-week block. In the 8-week block, we're doing strength testing twice, week 1 and week 8. We're applying all the different training variables like rest time, strength curve, hypertrophy, tempo, all those other things. And then we go through a 4-week-long bridge. And that bridge can look very different depending on what we did in that actual hybrid cycle. It might be more of a deload, we might be focusing more on rehabilitation, stability, whatever it is, mixed variability. This is a high-level example, but we need to make sure that we have consistency in the things that we can control around the programming so we get accurate data to retest. So week 8 is exactly the same as week 1, but we're gonna get into some examples. The only thing that's different is the load. So let me touch on that actually. There's a completely identical model, but in week 8, we're shooting for a 5 to 10% increase in load, or at least maintaining that same level of strength. So whether we're measuring your grip strength or a deadlift or a press, making sure that we are not losing neurological power and strength is a very big indicator of what's going on holistically in our bodies. And that will vary depending on what your goal is. That's why I created this system. The hybrid system is highly adaptive and variable based off of the information and the data you put into it. It is a system. You put in input, you get output, and that input needs to be specific to you. So when you're ready to get a tailored program that is more specific, then you can hit us up and we'll follow along with all of the nitty-gritty details. Let's get out on the floor. See you in the next video. Peace. All right, guys, so this is a handy little piece of technology. It's called an electronic hand dynamometer. Right here, dynamometer. This is a good way to get an objective measure of your grip strength, at least one form of it. I highly recommend that we utilize this to get a read on your neurological health and where you are in your training system. If your grip strength is going down with pinching grip strength like this, that might be an indicator that you're a little overtrained or sick. This is a great tool to utilize to measure your grip strength. What's up, guys? If you made it this far, that means you made it to week 8. We are retesting. Stay tuned. In the next video, we're going to be breaking down the bridge cycle, the 4-week bridge between the 8-week training blocks. And we're going to get into all the nitty-gritty details that you need to make sure that you can apply these principles appropriately and make them gains. See you in the next video.